Hello everyone, welcome. It is Wednesday, August 29th, 2018. I'm still in Kennewick, Washington at a new location. I just found it 15 minutes ago, and it's like a lake basically. It's where the Columbia River water feeds into here, which Columbia River is like the largest river in the Northwest. It flows down from the Canadian Rocky Mountains all the way out to the Pacific Ocean in Oregon. So hopefully you're having a great Wednesday. Let me share this on a couple of pages and we'll get started here. Temperature is probably, I don't know, maybe 70 degrees and no wind, very calm and sunny day. Okay, I think that'll be enough. All right, there we go. So, how is your day going? I'm not going to be able to see many comments because it's so bright. The sun is right in my face, so anyways, so you may hear some cars, you may hear some trains, you may hear some doves, I've heard, and a horse. You may hear a couple people over there that are fishing, and you may hear some birds in the background. So anyways, here we go. So I finished my book, Pure and Spotless. Yay, thank God. Again, for you guys, I think it's my 12th book or something like that. I don't like writing books just because they take time. You have to sit still, you have to sit down, you have to be at your computer, you have to type. All that stuff is not enjoyable to me. I'd rather be out and about, going for walks and praying with people and seeing people get delivered and all that stuff. So, but the book is done. I emailed it to my editor, Tina Marie Kirkpatrick, so she is planning to start reviewing that actually this week, and hopefully by the end of next week it will be available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle, and then I will have to begin the task of converting it to Audible, which again is another task I don't like doing because you have to sit in front of a microphone and talk, and if you cough or sneeze or other bodily functions, you have to make a noise like clap your hands twice or snap your fingers twice so you can find the mistake and go back and edit it when you're done with reading it. So anyway, that's why I don't like writing books. But anyway, it is a good book. It's a book that really helps you think about your life and how you live it, and how we're called to a high, the highest standard, pure and spotless. What does that mean? And I know that when I went to church, I thought I was good. I asked Jesus in my heart. I thought that was good. But if you have demonic influence, well, you're hearing the voices of the enemy, and you've not been delivered from Jezebel, Leviathan, Ahab, and the other demons associated with that, then your behavior will be other than what a true Christian should be. And I know that those who have gotten delivered, said Nelson, I would not have gone to heaven had I died before deliverance. So I really believe that that is true, that once people get delivered, then they truly behave like a Christian should. They have the fruit of the Spirit evident in their life. So I think it'll be a good book. I think it'll change a lot of lives to think about, gee, how am I living? Is there a lot of sin in my life that is causing me not to behave godly, even though I might be able to pray in tongues and prophesy? And I get, really good feelings when I'm around music that's soaking and all that stuff. But it doesn't matter. It matters who you are behind closed doors. It matters who you are with your spouse, with your children. Christ searches the hearts and the minds, and he knows who you are. So looking forward to getting that out and going on and traveling. I will be in Portland, Oregon this weekend. Not sure if I'll be doing a venue or not, but be hanging out with some friends and former boss of mine who I have not seen since I was married. 2009. So I'll get to connect with my buddy Scott, is his first name, and he's the one that actually got me hired at Digital Insight, which was the largest internet banking software company in the United States. So anyway, looking forward to connecting with him this weekend. Oh, there's a train. See, I told you, you might hear a train. There's a dove. So you might hear a train, you might hear a dove, you might hear a horse, you might hear cars, and laying out, being at peace, and all of a sudden the enemy hits her and says, hey, there's a better beach somewhere else. You need to find it. So she ends up contacting the concierge, and she's on the phone with the concierge for, I don't know, 30 minutes, stealing the time of peace that she could have had. And I knew just kind of looked at her and just, shook my head, because it was like, I think we'd been married maybe 5 years at that point. And Hey guys, sorry about that. My phone overheated. It's interesting because I did not do that yesterday. So let me reconnect my Wi-Fi here, and I'll reshare and I'll continue on. And so here we go. And I will get this shared again. So this is part 2. Guess the enemy doesn't want people to hear this, as the doves are cooing, saying they wanted to hear it. So, anyways, all right, there we go. So, back to the topic. So, the enemy wants us to think that there's a better place to stay or a better place to travel. In fact, I'll say this, I'm going to be speaking in Cleveland, Ohio, and they were wanting to know what kind of hotel I wanted to stay in, and I'm like, I don't care, cheapest one possible. I prefer to stay in a Marriott property, so like a Fairfield Inn or something like that, and had mentioned that there was a person that spoke there before that wanted to stay at a 5-star hotel. That was the requirement. Of course, that's expensive. I don't know how much they are, probably $250 a night or $300, something like that. I found a place for like $85. That was a Fairfield Inn. So that's, I can be happy, I guess, put it that way. I can be happy anywhere. I can be happy at a beautiful resort, or I could be happy in a rundown, place, neighborhood, whatever. So understand that the enemy wants to cause you to be distracted and pulled away and thinking that you have a better place to go when you really, could be satisfied right where you're at. So many times we get worked up over nothing, and then our peace is gone. We miss the little moments of life that we could have enjoyed. How many times do you think a situation was one way, and then later learned it was not that way at all? You ended up worrying, stressing, getting angry over nothing. That's how the enemy works. So when you're enjoying a moment in life, and circumstances come in, and it looks like there's a storm, keep your peace on and let it go. There's a song that was in a Disney movie, let it go, let it go. I can't remember all the words to it, but it was very popular. And you think about that in life, and it's true. There's a lot of things we worry over and think that we're missing out on, and this could happen, and that's how the enemy works. And when you just let it all go, you look back in life and think about how many times did the enemy steal your peace when he worked you up into a frantic state, causing you to be in anxiety state and anger and all that, and it ruined your life. Looking back, how many times did that happen? Enemy wants you to get angry, wants you to take an offense, wants to ruin the moments of your life that are precious. And we need to get to the point where we just laugh at everything. We let go and we let God. We trust in God. So whatever your choices are, restaurants, hotels, vacation spots, places, things to watch, whatever, don't worry, don't stress about anything. And again, it's a challenge sometimes when you're brought up in that environment where you have a father or mother that's very controlling and manipulative and demanding. And, you may have a neighbor that has to have everything perfect. They have to have every grass blade mowed perfectly at the right angle, and they can't have any weeds, and they get mad at you and accuse you of things and so forth. It's because they're hearing the voice of the enemy, and they've probably heard that their entire life. And so, can you hear the dove? I love doves. There's 2 of them. Wow, I love doves. So cool. So cool. In fact, I guess I've heard one dove a couple weeks ago when I was here in Kennewick, up on top of the mountain. So anyway, discern in the spirit what the enemy's trying to do, because if you can look at the situations, because oftentimes they'll become a pattern. Say that you're at peace for the first half of the day, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, your laser printer doesn't work. You get a text from your son or child or daughter, and it sounds like something bad might happen. You get a phone call from your spouse, and they're complaining about you and a decision that you made. You know, all those things are enemy driven to steal your peace, to cause you to get worried, and to not allow you to enjoy the moment that you're in. Or if you are watching the sunset and you want to take a couple pictures, that's fine. But what if you feel compelled to take 100 pictures? You know, or you're there, you know, listening to a concert and you're enjoying, oh, there goes a bird. You're enjoying yourself, but then you feel compelled to take video of the entire concert, you know, or a lot of videos. Then it steals the moment that you could have enjoyed. You know, I look back on the last several years and have enjoyed most every moment. And there's times that I can get into fear and frustration, and I got to guard against that. Have to recognize it, that that's the enemy trying to cause me to lose my peace and to steal a moment. You know, I like to think about too when I'm in the moment. Say that I'm in the moment, I'm looking at a sunset, or I'm driving down the road. I've done this several times. I'm driving down the road. I've been all across the country now, and I'm thinking, you know what? I am at peace and I'm enjoying this moment. You know, because I remember back when I had to give plasma, when I had to score tests, when I had to work for Stericycle and have a lot of pressure and stuff. I'm thinking, man, God, when am I going to get to the full-time ministry part? You know, how much longer do I have to wait? You know, now that I'm in the full-time ministry, I enjoy every moment of this. And yes, it can get more stressful as I am getting pinged more by more people, and they have questions in their lives. They're like, I realize, Nelson, now that I'm operating in Jezebel, Leviathan, Ahab. Can you help me? That's one of the most common emails and Facebook messages I get. Well, now I can point them to YouTube and say, watch my deliverance video. And if you still need a personal session, you know, you can reach out to one of our team members, or you can order one of my books. So we have resources. But it can be overwhelming at times when you get 100 messages in a day. You know, I used to be able to get back with everybody pretty fast. You know, I'm still fairly fast, but that can steal the moment of my life too. You know, the Lord may want me to enjoy a couple of hours, you know, with a friend and just loving on the friend. And then if I start responding to messages in front of them, that's going to steal the moment from them. And so you have to realize the enemy's there all the time trying to steal from you, trying to cause you to lose your peace and to not enjoy the moment. So focus on that today, focus on that your whole life, is to enjoy the precious moments, every single moment, every single day that you have. Now I understand if you're married to someone that has Jezebel, Leviathan, you're not going to have many precious moments because this enemy in them steals it from you. You know, but if you can separate from time to time and get away, you know, I did that myself. I separated when I was married. You know, I would go walking down the road and feel the peace, you know, and the wind and the breeze and the trees and the birds, and thinking, thank God I've got an hour here that I can be at peace before I have to go back, you know. And so anyway, another train. So this weekend I will be going to Portland, Oregon. Not sure yet. The people are working on a venue, and they're coming down to the last few hours here. So if not, then I'll just enjoy myself in Portland. And then I'll be heading on down to California. I'll be in California, I believe, next week. And we'll be there for 3 weeks. I've got some venues already scheduled, some that are in the works. And then I'll be heading through Arizona on my way to New Mexico, Portales, New Mexico, September 27th, 28th. 7th, we're looking to go to Cleveland, Ohio. I may not have that confirmed for like another week, but looks like all indications the rabbi there wants me to come there, so has to clear it with some elders. So anyway, then I'll be heading to New Orleans and November 9th and 10th, and maybe Destin, Florida the weekend before that. So anyway, God is on the move, and exciting to see growth. I'll share this. So when I started my ministry page, I remember I was thrilled when I got to 200 people. It took me, I don't know, a year to get to 200 people that liked it. Well, as of the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, I'm seeing anywhere from like 100 to 150 new people a day that are liking it. And it's getting a little scary actually for me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm up over, I think it's 18,500 that are following the ministry page. And I was like, wow, at that rate, I'm going to be over 20,000 shortly, and more from that. So, but the Lord is bringing me help next week. I will be employing, and I'm going to, some of you guys know, but I'm not going to say until next Tuesday, but next Tuesday I'll have my first full-time employee with Restored to Freedom. It will help to double my ability, probably even more, of being able to handle and do more things in the ministry the Lord has me, wanting me to do. So it's funny, because I always said, Lord, I need a person that's, very similar to me, and if it could be a woman, that'd be great, because in that way she can work with the women, and I'd have a resource at least to point to for women issues, because some issues I deal with that I'd frankly not want to deal with if I didn't have to. So, so that is happening. So I will let you know who that is next Tuesday, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. God is on the move and growing things rapidly. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to be connecting with a friend here, hanging out for a couple of hours and enjoying myself and himself, and so I will let you guys go. So keep on keeping on. Get yourself restored to freedom so you can enjoy your life and have no stress over anything. Sorry I couldn't read the comments because the sun's kind of in my eyes. Oh, sorry too, also I had to go through, my phone overheated, basically that's why I had to go through part 2 here. But we will merge these because Tina actually knows how to merge my broken files when I have a overheated phone at times. So that's great. Because it was supposed to be able to do it, and I was not able to figure it out, and she's able to get it figured out. So yay Tina. So that will be on YouTube later today, and it will all be one video. So alrighty, I will see you guys later. Love ya. Bye.